Straight!
Hello and welcome to Podcast But Outside, the introduction for episode 182. We recorded this at the writer's strike here in Los Angeles in front of the Netflix building. I'm sure you guys are aware, but there is a big strike happening right now. The WGA, Writers Guild of America.
All. And it's been ruining my damn life.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Well, they canceled my favorite show. Late Desk with James Corden.
Well, I think that show ended not because of the writer's strike, just James was done doing it. And I don't think the strike
What's he going to do for money? Yeah, I'm worried for him. What's he going to do for food? He can't do carpool teriyaki anymore.
Well, James Corden has a lot of money. He's quite rich. And
pretty problematic of the WGA, isn't it?
No, I
mean, because also he's... What, they're taking away the platform?
He is an immigrant, yeah.
No, taking away the platform for the only plus-size talk show host.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying because he's like an immigrant. And that's kind of, I don't know.
I don't know. It was inspiring. He inspired me.
Well, I think that the
plus-size. British.
You're not British.
I am. I don't have an accent, though. Not all British. Not all of us Brits
have
accents.
Okay, so you were raised like American style, but in England?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in any case, that's not why James Corden is off the air, but I'm sure you're aware of the writer's strike. They're fighting for equitable pay in a changing media landscape, and I personally support it. Our friend Adam Conover came and helped explain the whole writer's strike to us. He's been very actively involved in the entire situation, and we're honored that he was able to talk to us. We've been trying to get him on the show for a while. It was great to get him for this one. And go see him on tour. Check out his podcast, Factually, with Adam Conover. And he's a stand-up. He's on tour all the time, so go check him out on the road. Thank you, Adam, for being here. And it's a great episode. We talked to lots of different people about what the strike means to them. We talked about non-strike related stuff. And we were in front of the Netflix building, which is actually really tall. So
bigger in person.
We have some tour dates coming up. We have our final UCB show. It's sold out, but we're going to extend it. So it's not the final one. We're going to extend our run at UCB. Those shows are going so well. We're loving doing them. Everyone's been so different and so fun. So we might miss July because it's first Tuesday, so we might not do July 4th, but we might do it later in July. Stay tuned for that. But definitely starting in August, every first Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the UCB Theater, we make tickets as cheap as we possibly can. They're $15. Those are selling out pretty much as soon as we announce them. So if you want to come to those shows, hopefully those will be up on our website. Also, Monday, June 5th, we're going to be in Denver. There's a few tickets left for that show. We love doing the show on the road. I'm doing stand-up on June 21st in LA at UCB Theater. There's some tickets for that still available. I'm doing a longer set. I'm having some really funny friends open for me. Podcast But
James?
No, he went back to the UK, back to your home country. PodcastButOutside.com/live for all those ticket date information. This Friday, I'll be in Hawaii, Honolulu, opening for Moshe Kasher and Natasha Leggero at the Blue Note. There's some tickets available for that. There's 2 shows on Friday. Come to that if you're around. I'm in Hawaii right now as this comes out.
And I'm in British England.
Music this week is by Charlie Foxtrot. Charlie made a theme song for us before, back on episode 141, and he's back with another one. He's a one-man band. He just put out a new album called All Right, Okay, Very Cool. It's a concept album about living with chronic illness. He makes good music. I'm sure that album is really good, so go check it out. Thank you, Charlie Foxtrot, and enjoy the episode. It is a great one.
I went walking without a purpose. I needed Andrew, I needed Cole Hirsch. Saw a table, saw an intern. Got $1, got a stinker. It's a podcast, but it's outside. Have a convo, have a good time. It's a podcast, but it's outside. Have a convo, have a good time. It's a podcast, but it's outside. Have a convo, have a good time. It's a podcast, but it's outside. Have a convo, have a good night.
Attention audio listeners, if you're listening to this in your car, there is a lot of honking and beeping and sirens in this episode. You've been warned. Beep beep.
No contracts, no scripts! No contracts, no scripts!
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
and welcome to Podcast But Outside on strike. My name is Andrew Rashan. I am one of the hosts of the show.
My name is Reiki. No, I'm just kidding. My name's Cole.
It's Cole, and we're here with our friend Adam Conover.
Hey, what's up, guys?
From Adam Ruins Everything, The G Word on Netflix, and recently...
Our podcast.
I've been asking to come on this podcast.
No, we've wanted to have you on forever.
For
and
years.
The schedule has not lined up, and then you're so into the strike that's happening right now.
I'm so into it, man.
No, you're just you're the public face of it in a good way.
I'm on the Writers Guild of America West Board of Directors.
Yes.
And I'm on our 2023 negotiating committee. And as you can see, I've driven myself hoarse.
Yeah.
Being pointing at the strike and chanting and cheering.
No,
Yeah.
you are the
Yeah.
guy. You are the guy to talk to about this. We're honored to have you on.
Thank you.
You have been a comedian and working in writers' rooms for years and years and years. And why is this happening now?
So the companies, the streamers and the studios have driven us to the breaking point.
Yeah.
We are fighting for the survival of our profession,
Yeah.
period. And
Yeah.
that's really not overstating it. The companies are trying to turn this into gig work.
Right.
Whereas this is, for 100 years has been television and film writing has been one of the few good paying writing jobs in
Right.
America.
Right.
Where you could buy a house, you could have a family, just from your writing alone.
And you think people deserve houses and families?
I do think they do.
You
yeah.
are like a radical,
look,
right?
You're
a radical.
People could buy condos instead of houses. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
could buy apartments or something. We don't need so much space.
Yeah.
But people should have a place to live.
Yeah, of course.
And so the companies are, for instance, one of the things they've been doing over the last 5 years is trying to eliminate the writers' room.
Right.
Just straight up trying to make writers' rooms smaller and smaller, disalign them from production so that people don't make their producers' fees, have less people write more episodes.
Yes.
And they're on their way to eliminating the writers' room entirely and making people work freelance.
Right.
There's a lot of other
a lot of stuff
a
happening.
lot of stuff like that. But late night, what I work in, right? I work in broadly comedy, variety, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Writers for 50, 70 years have had 13-week contracts,
Right.
where the minimum that we're on, you get hired, you're on for 13 weeks.
Right, which
now that's already a pretty short period of time.
Sure.
But it's some
It's
amount
something.
some amount of stability.
Yeah, every writer's room I've been in there for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That's all I get.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
The streamers, though, their
Yeah.
best offer is they want to pay us a day rate. They
Yeah,
want to pay us,
bad.
hire us one day, fire us the next day. If we allow them to do that, late night comedy writing, the kind of thing I do, will cease to be a career that you can have. It'll be like a gig that comedians do one day a week in between doing their spots at the club. If you look at what's happened to journalism over the last 20 years,
they're trying to do the same thing here.
Exactly.
And I see a lot about the amount of profits that these companies are making and the money that the CEOs are getting. What is driving them to want to pay writers significantly less right now?
Because they get to keep the money, Andrew.
So they're just like, why not?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look, Netflix is very similar to Uber in a lot of ways. One of the ways is that one of their business propositions, just like Uber, is to drive the cost of labor down. That's part of their goal.
Right.
Is to pay people as little as possible. And that's not even unique to those companies. Companies across the country are trying to do that right now. Everyone's feeling that.
Right.
They want to employ. Everybody's employed, but nobody's job pays enough to live on. And that's happening in our industry as well, because they want to keep the money for themselves, and we're pushing back on them and saying, no, we make the fucking product. You got to give us the money.
Do you think, because the entertainment industry has such a spotlight on it culturally, do you think that this action that's being taken here this week and in the near future could influence other organizations and other groups to kind of feel like, hey, we need to make more money, we need to make a living wage as well?
Absolutely.
Are you already starting to see that happen a little bit?
First of all, yes, the Writers Guild has an advantage that most other unions in America do not, which is that we're part of the entertainment industry, so we get a lot of press.
Of course, yes.
And so there's so many news cameras here.
Yeah.
Later this year, Unite Here, which is the hotel workers union, they might go on strike.
They might go on strike.
Not going to be as many cameras, right?
Sure.
Because we know how the media works.
Yeah.
And that strike's going to be even more important for the city of LA.
Right.
But when people see us stand up, and they see us just using our labor power of, hey, we're the ones who make the product, so
yes, of course.
So you gotta pay us our fair share. They realize that they could do the same thing, and you're starting to see that happen with other unions around Hollywood.
Right.
And we're getting solidarity from all across the labor movement, and I think you're going to see more people. I mean, more people are joining unions than ever before.
Yeah. Do you think that residuals? I know residuals are a big point of contention in this fight right now because they're not being paid to people who write for streaming networks to the same degree that they used to be for television networks. Do you think residuals should apply to other aspects of the industry? Like, do you think the grip should make residuals?
Well, actually, they do. I'm sorry. That's you're asking me kind of a funny question, maybe.
But no, it is like.
But I know the serious answer.
I thought no. I'm not even. I don't even think it's funny. I just thought of this the other day. I'm thinking like, how far should that bubble extend? I'm not saying I have a strong opinion.
Well, actually, the crew union IATSE does receive residuals, but their residuals fund their health and pension plan.
Hey, how are you? You want to talk to us? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd love a new guest. We're just talking about, honestly, anything, but right now we're talking about the strike, but we can talk about anything.
Okay.
You have headphones on as well.
Are you here for the strike?
I'm not. No, I was just passing by. I was going to Foot Locker.
Oh.
What are you going to get there? Socks
New
or shoes?
sneakers.
Oh, sneakers?
Yeah.
Are you a runner?
I am a runner.
Okay.
But I left my sneakers back in New York.
Uh-oh.
So.
Are you living here or visiting?
No, I'm visiting my boyfriend here.
Long distance?
Yeah.
How do you make that work? What's your name first?
Zainab.
Zainab.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Turkish name.
It's Zainab.
That's one way of spelling
Do
it.
you have a P at the
Yeah.
end? Do you have a P
I
at
was
the end?
trying
Is
to
it
show
Zainab?
off.
That no, it's a P at the
Z-
end.
Z-A-I-N.
No. Should I just do it?
I think I know how to. I think I know how to spell your fucking
Yeah,
name.
we know
okay?
how to
We know how
spell your name,
goddamn
Zainab.
name.
I
Really
wanna
good
hear
guess.
one.
You're good at guessing my
No,
name.
tell us. Tell us.
I want to hear.
Zeynep.
So those are the
Zainab.
same name.
It's the
'Cause
same
I've
name.
I've seen both those spellings. I didn't know
Yeah.
there's the same name.
Yeah.
I love this podcast. I learned something
Yeah.
new
What
every
is
time.
this podcast? Who am I talking to right now? Who are you?
Podcast, but outside.
We interview strangers on the street. We are
Uh-huh.
the host. He is our guest today because he's actively involved in this current strike in
Nice.
Hollywood. What do you know about the strike?
I listened to half of the daily episode about it.
Oh, that's a good amount.
Yeah.
Oh, look, our talented assistant got us some signs, so this is
Oh,
great.
here we go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Although I did want like a Succession quote or something on mine, but whatever.
What's
it's
on
fine.
the other side of that one?
I think these are just the standard ones. What does it say? Fair. Oh, we have some notes.
Huh.
All right, I like this. This
Here
is
we
good.
go.
Let's not cover up the people though.
What did you think of what you heard on the?
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
first
hear
half.
that episode. What were they
Well, also,
saying
did
about
you listen to
us?
the first half or the second half?
The first half.
Okay,
Good,
just wanted to
good
clarify.
question.
Just
You're a
wanted
good
to
host.
clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do they say?
It seems like the industry is changing and has been changing since Netflix came around.
Mm.
And it's crazy that we're having this conversation right here in front
Yeah,
of
we're
the
in front of the Netflix
building.
building, by the way. Just I don't
Yeah.
know if you've panned up and just seen that Netflix. I mean, look at that. If they can afford that, these writers should afford a little.
Netflix is right
a
there,
little home.
actually.
Well, they're
Oh.
everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Oh, that says Netflix, but this is also Netflix.
Yeah, these are all Netflix.
These are all Netflix. Okay, so let's continue.
So, I mean, yeah, it seems like the industry's changing and people need to be paid better or differently for the work they're doing.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You approve. You approve
Appreciate
of it,
your solidarity.
of the
I
action.
approve of it, yeah.
What industry are you in?
Because I like TV.
Oh, oops.
I don't watch enough TV. I'd like to watch more TV. I'm in the podcasting industry, if you can believe it.
in what
Oh.
sense? Like, do you get paid to listen to the first half of the daily every week?
I wish.
Okay.
What do you do in podcasting?
I work on a podcast publishing platform.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know if I should say it. Should I say it?
I think so.
Is that like okay to do?
I make a podcast, so I'm curious. Whoa.
If it's not our
Don't get killed by the
publishing
bus.
thing, then we'll bleep it.
Yeah, which one are you guys on?
What are we with?
I don't even Wait.
Megaphone?
Megaphone. Well, we have a network and they use Megaphone,
Okay.
but I have to upload it on there. Are you
Okay.
with
Let's see if you can guess it.
Libsyn?
No.
I don't know.
No.
What are you
no.
with?
Anchor?
Uploadia.
Sproutable?
No.
WordPress?
You're a gumball?
Simplecast.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
simple.
It's a good one, right?
Simplecast. Of course, a
Do you have any gripes
Simplecast.
with Simplecast? You can share them with
And
me.
what do you do for the company?
I'm a product manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the product of uploading stuff, or what product do you manage?
Specific, I mean, a lot of everything, but right now I'm focusing on the HostRed workflow. So, like, you know.
For
if
HostRed
you-
ads?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Do you
them.
Do you
you
have
guys do
HostRed
those?
ads?
We do
Yeah.
them in our backyard, yeah.
Oh.
Do you really?
Yeah. Because we do
For,
outside.
like, for which
all
product?
the brands.
All the brands.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, every brand you probably heard on podcasts. We do those.
MeUndies.
No, we never had them.
Casper.
Never had
had
me-
them. Never had either.
What about you do meal kits? You do meal kits?
Oh yeah, we're HelloFresh
HelloFresh.
every
Oh
month.
yeah.
Nice.
We're HelloFresh. We're Feel CBD. We're BetterHelp, of course. We're some shaving company. I don't know.
We're Netflix.
Box of Awesome. We do
Sorry.
Netflix,
Yeah.
Amazon,
Netflix, yeah.
all the ones. Now I think I would like to thank Fitbod.
What was that?
I would like to thank Fitbod.
What about our sponsor?
That's the sponsor. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, you want to thank me. Who else do you want to thank for sponsor-wise?
You think I'm referring to you as Fitbod?
Yeah.
No. Summer is just around the corner, and me and Cole are getting our summer bodies ready by using Fitbod. I am someone who likes to spend 24/7 on the beach, waiting for people to look at my body and say that it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for that to happen, I need to get it into shape because right now it looks bad.
Yeah, true. I've been saying that for years, though.
But Fitbod is an easy way to get yourself into shape using technology.
I love that stuff, man. I just learned about that, and I'm like all about it.
Technology?
Yeah.
The Fitbod app creates a workout program that's personalized to your goals, fitness level, and available equipment. It learns from your previous workouts and adapts as you improve. Whether you've been missing gym time or hitting a plateau, Fitbod will build a workout plan individualized to you. The app will switch up your exercises to avoid overtraining or burnout while keeping your workouts fresh and fun. Your program also changes based on your personal progress for maximized results.
Whether you work out in the weight room like me and Law or your living room, Fitbod has you covered. Learn new movements the right way with over 1,400 demonstration videos. A full year of Fitbod is less than the cost of a single session with a personal trainer. Oh, I've been messing up.
I mean, look, if you're going to be working out, you better do it with the knowledge that Fitbod provides. There is no better time to level up your fitness habit. Try Fitbod today. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free at fitbod.me/outside. That's fitbod.me/outside. This is the first time we've had them as a sponsor. If this sounds like something you're interested in, please check it out now for free. It helps us with the show.
Please do it. And then send us photos of your body.
No.
Oh. We'll send you photos of our bodies.
No. We'll send you photos of your body that we took without you knowing.
Oh.
Does seeing all these people collectively bargain for a more fair living, does that make you think that your industry needs that as well? Or people working at your company should also, I don't know, like, does that get you excited about things? Or make you think about your own life?
What does it make me think of? It makes me think about when I was a teacher, actually. I used to be a teacher.
A podcast teacher?
No, I wish. That sounds like a fun job.
What age kids did you teach?
I taught special education in elementary school.
Wow.
It was a really fun time.
I almost did that till I did this.
Yeah, it's
Kind
true.
of makes me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of had not the greatest experience with the teachers union.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, just like I saw the consequences of it in my school where like teachers,
Maybe no science.
a lot of, or some teachers were just really chill because they had the union backing and they were
you think
just
they
kind
slacked
of,
off a little bit?
They did slack off. I mean, I had a couple of like special teachers come in, like a speech therapist who came in and just napped in my class while she was supposed to be like working with my students. Things like that happen, and I kind of had like, oh, maybe this wouldn't be happening if it weren't for the union, because
what do you
people
say to
felt
that,
a little
Adam?
too comfortable with their jobs.
I know a lot of people who aren't in unions, and they nap a lot. You know, like I think everybody naps. I think everybody's lazy, but you know what I think? Even lazy people deserve a good wage.
That's
Sure.
It's true.
Even the sleepy and the narcoleptic. I think
We should
That's
fight
my
for the
piece.
right to nap.
Okay.
No. There's there. Look, every worker's better with a union than without
Sure.
a union. But there's unions and then there's unions. You know, and so like in LA here, we have a really wonderful teachers union that they've gone on strike for smaller class sizes and for better educational environment for the kids. You know, and so they're really great. But in some other places, the unions don't do that, and they maybe need some reform. You know, that's the case with everything. You know.
Yeah.
There's good and bad in everything, but you're better off with a union than without one. Is my strong belief.
Probably, yeah. So what kind of are you a writer? What do you
I'm
do?
a TV writer.
You're
Yeah.
a TV writer.
Well, I'm a stand-up comedian.
And a TV
Nice.
host. He hosts a lot of
I'm
shows.
a television host. Yeah.
Have you
What
heard of
kind?
Adam Ruins Everything?
I've heard of it.
You
I
gotta
know.
watch it.
I have
He's
a
the
couple
guy.
of friends.
He's the guy
who
that
are-
ruined it.
That's
Oh,
me.
that's so
That's
funny.
me. And I have a podcast.
Cool. What's your podcast?
It's called Factually. I talk to a different expert every week.
Love that.
Nice.
And we're moving to a different podcast network now, and that's why I thought I could maybe know the name of your company, because I've been talking to all of them, but you stumped me.
To
You've yet
tie
to have me on.
to tie everything together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what are you an expert in?
Beanie Baby.
To tie everything together, I acted very briefly on Adam Ruins Everything years and years ago. And because of the union, I still get checks in the mail every once in a while for
There
that.
you go.
Every few months, I get $50, something like
Yeah.
that. And that is because the unions have fought to make being an actor a way where you can actually make a living.
Correct.
And if that were on Netflix, I would not receive that money every 6 months.
They
because
said
they don't
this
get
on The
residuals.
Daily, yes.
Yeah, the first half, yeah.
Yeah.
They talked about you on his show?
Yeah, they talk about me. No, I mean, look, it was a very small role. I was happy to do it, but I just mean that's like proof that, like, you know,
Yeah.
because if you're an actor and you're on a TV show, you'll get $300 to $500 for a day or something like maybe $700. You're not making a ton of money, But if you have residuals, you can make it make
The
sense
only
for you.
reason people even think of writing and acting and directing as being well-paying jobs at all is because this is one of the most unionized industries in America, where those unions have been around for 100 years and have won gains. But it's a lot harder to be an actor than it was 20 years ago. They're trying to squeeze the actors the same way they are us.
Yeah.
And if you look at what it's like to be an influencer, right? Like on TikTok, where they claim, oh yeah, this guy makes $1 million a year. Most people are making $20 a month,
right?
Making TikToks or
Yeah,
whatever it is. It's a very uneven industry. That's what the entertainment industry could be like, where you've got one guy's making a ton of money, everybody else can barely get by.
Yeah.
Right. What are the other really heavily unionized labor forces in this country? Car manufacturing?
So car manufacturing is a big one. Yeah, the UAW. Then there's truck driving. The Teamsters is the biggest and most powerful union in the country, or one of the biggest. I don't know if it's the biggest.
Where's that
It's
name
certainly
come
the most
from,
powerful.
Teamster?
Because they used to drive horses. You'd have a team of horses.
Oh, a
connected
team.
to a carriage.
Whoa.
And so the driver of a carriage was called a Teamster because that was the first group to unionize. Was before the automobile, like cart drivers, and now they control. They're the union for trucking and so. Also, by the way, they deliver all the trucks to Hollywood Productions, and so one of the reasons
I know they're
we pick
associated.
one of the reasons we pick it is to stop the Teamster trucks from entering a set. Because if we have a picket line up, the Teamsters will respect our picket line, and then they won't bring the bathroom truck, the trailer, the craft services,
right.
All the places where you eat and shit on a TV set.
There's a lot of that going on.
Those won't show up, and then they can't make the show.
A lot of TV shows have been shut down in the last week. Just for context, this is Monday, May 9th or something like that.
May 8th.
Wait, Monday, May 8th.
I'm sorry, I messed up the sign.
It's all right. You want to fly in here and fix it?
I got it.
Oh no, we got it. So a lot of it's a delicate operation we got here.
I got it.
A lot of TV shows have shut down in the last week. We got Stranger Things shut down.
Yeah.
Severance shut down.
Yeah.
Severance shut down?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shut down.
no, you just
today,
ruined my
right?
day.
Not only shut down, canceled because of the strike.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
It was shut down. It's not in production anymore, and maybe you should think about unsubscribing from Apple TV Plus until they want to make a deal with the writers.
How do I support the strike more?
Which is ironic, that show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's about, basically a union.
You tweeted about that. I saw that today. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's a show about workers coming together collectively to fight against an exploitive tech company. And look at what we're doing right back there,
Right.
So
Yeah.
maybe if they want more episodes of that cool show about a labor uprising, they might want to listen to the labor uprising that's happening in front of them.
So what do you think they're talking about in there right now? What do you think the executives of these companies are actually saying to each other?
There's God damn it! Fuck!
Are they just like...
Fucking shit! They're fucking writers! Oh, a small child just walked by. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, it's for the strike. So do you think they're actually talking about negotiations, or do you think they're just these people are spoiled, fuck them, whatever?
I mean, they can have whatever reaction they want to have at the beginning,
Sure,
you know.
sure.
And sure, they think, we'll wait them out. We have a plan. We're the
Right.
titans of industry.
Right.
But I don't think Ted Sarandos expected that, Stranger Things, his biggest cash cow,
Sure.
the Super Bowl for Netflix. That's where
Yeah.
they get all their subscribers. They're not getting any more episodes of that show
Until
they make a deal with the Writers Guild. And I think they're probably thinking hard about that right now.
Right.
I think Apple's doing the same thing.
AI is going to influence this conversation?
Oh my gosh, I've got such an answer for you.
Perfect.
You don't have to go to Foot Locker anytime soon. You can you can,
I guess I'm
you
not
can hang
running
out and
anymore.
listen to
The
us.
sneakers
Zainab.
are gonna have to wait.
Okay.
Zainab.
Here we go. I'm
Okay.
hoarse from
I know.
explaining this so many times.
Just so you guys know, it sounds like he's blown out, but it's not that. It's because he's hoarse.
It's because I'm hoarse because I've been chanting and screaming and cheering and doing interviews.
No, when I
about
first
this.
walked up and said hi to Adam, I'm like, I heard his voice. I was like, you are doing the work, brother. You are really out here. It is not a fake social media ploy. You are actively involved.
I am. It's
Yeah.
wild. Oh, hello. Hi, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very- that was sweet.
He looked at his daughter and goes, Adam. It's very funny.
Wait, is he famous? Are you famous?
He hosts Adam Ruins Everything. That's his show.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
famous-ish.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you? Wow.
He's
Should
Adam.
we take a selfie or something?
You might
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end,
I
yeah.
might
Yeah,
want to-
yeah.
at
Or we
the
can have
end.
her take one at the end, yeah.
Anytime.
But anyway, let's get your
Well,
question
yeah,
answered.
yeah,
AI.
yeah, I wanna know
AI.
about
so
it.
It's a burning
AI.
question.
So AI cannot do the work of a writer.
So what does that stand for?
It stands for
AI. What is it?
artificial
industries, right?
smelligence. I don't know.
No, artificial intelligence. Yeah, let's hear about it.
So AI cannot do the work of a writer. AI can output text.
Right.
It can output text that resembles text you fed into it. But that's not what writing is. Anybody who thinks that's what writing is doesn't understand.
Right.
Because writing is working with other people. It's working with a director. It's working with an actor. It's knowing, what costs more, what's within budget, what isn't. Taking notes from the studio. It's going to set and saying, does this line still make sense when the actor says it? Do we need to change it? It's going to the edit, to the post and saying, oh, if we cut this scene, will it make sense? It's also working with the audience and knowing, hold on a second, people that, speaking of Severance, knowing, people are getting really angry at their jobs. Everybody feels exploited. Maybe that's a theme we should explore that isn't currently being explored on television. Combining that with, one person's story, but having that connection with the audience. Every single time you write a joke, you're making a statement. You're understanding what's in the minds of the audience.
Right.
And you're drawing a circle around them and yourselves that you all participate in, saying, oh, I know how to make this person laugh by reaching into their minds and making comparison they never even thought about, right?
Right.
So all of that shit is stuff that AI can't do. And it'll never be able to do it. If AI could do something that good, it would literally be artificial general intelligence. It would be as intelligent as people. And the current technology is not a step on the way to that.
Not going to get there.
The current technology is just text output.
So but
the companies could use it to undermine us,
right.
and that's what we're fighting against.
My follow-up question is, I hear a lot of people talking about AI in relation to this and in relation to writing. But are the companies actually coming out and saying they want to use it, or is that just you're just hypothetically worried about that?
No. Here's what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
So
why is that part of the conversation?
So our fear, by the way. Well, I'll actually get to that in a second. Here's what happened in the negotiating room.
Okay.
When we started putting together our proposals,
because you guys voted to strike like a week or two ago, right? Or 3 weeks ago,
a little
or
more
something.
than like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was like, if we don't have a conversation, we're going to strike. Essentially, is what that meant, right? Okay.
Yeah. And
then in that conversation,
in the months prior to that, we had come up with our proposals, and one of the proposals we came up with was, hey, everyone's worried about AI. It's fast moving. Let's just propose that in our contract. They say they can't use AI to undermine the work of a writer. You can't ask a writer to revise something an AI is output.
Okay.
And you can't pass off the output of an AI as the work of a writer, basically. And we thought this would be an easy thing for
just a line in the sand. We're not
for
doing
them to accept, because first of all, the technology is not usable right now to make scripts at all. It's not even clear that it's copyrightable. And no company is going to spend $50 million shooting a movie they don't own the copyright to. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the proposal cost them nothing to agree to.
Right,
$0.
Right,
They're not doing it now. It's science fiction. So why not just say, okay, we won't do it? And instead, they stonewalled on that issue. They wouldn't even discuss it with us. I was in the negotiating room. Whoa. They wouldn't even discuss it with us.
They were like, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, they were like, no, we're just, we say we reject this proposal, and then they had no response to it. And we would say to them again and again, you need to at least answer what you're going to do with this proposal. Like, we have to have a conversation about it. They would not speak about it until finally at the end they said, okay, how about we have an annual meeting to discuss advances in technology? We were like, that's not a proposal at all. That's like that's what's going to happen at that meeting.
You're going to send your worst guy, and we're going to
and they're going to be like, there have been some interesting advances in technology lately. All right, see you next year. So it's bullshit. Yeah. So the fact that they stonewalled on it, that made us worried.
Like, maybe behind the scenes they're actually thinking about
exactly.
this.
That's like if I asked you, like, hey, Andrew, if I do your podcast, just during the podcast, would you agree not to pull out a gun and shoot me in the face?
Well, no, it's a free country, man. I can do that if I want to.
Wait, but hold on a second.
No spoilers, Adam.
I actually didn't think that you were going to do it. I was just covering my bases, but you actually are refusing.
No, I'm not saying. I don't want to talk about that.
You're refusing to agree.
I don't want to talk about
not
that.
shoot me in the face.
I don't want to talk about
now
that.
Now I'm worried.
I don't want to talk about that.
That's what they did. And so now all these people on this line are like, hold on a second.
Wait a second.
Maybe they are going to. And so the fear is, AI can't do the work of a writer, but what they could do is say something like, hey, the AI output this great script. Would you punch it up and then have a meeting with the director
to make it human?
Adjust it? Yeah,
it
would
can
you?
be a tool that you can use, not something that studios can use, but that a writer can use
perhaps,
to make their writing easier, their work easier.
I think it's like magnetic poetry. Like if it helps you write a poem to use to like move some words around, sure. Like I don't think that's what a good poet does, but sure, go ahead. But no one arranges magnetic poetry.
You should have seen Walt Whitman's fridge, my friend. It was covered in cool words.
Here's the difference. No one arranges magnetic poetry and says, "Hey, my fridge wrote a poem." right. And that's the difference. And we're worried that the studios are going to say, "Oh no, the AI is the writer.
Right.
We're going to pay you less." We're like, "No, we still did all the work, but you've just claimed that an AI did it."
Right.
They could do some cockamamie bullshit like that.
You want to join in? Okay,
Come
next
on
time.
in, you can have my spot.
Okay, I know you got to go, but hold on. We want to talk to you a little bit more. You're in a long distance relationship. How long have you guys been together?
Is
it kind of a situationship?
Question. No, it's a relationship. Yeah, we met in October, but we started dating really in February. We both we both spend time in Turkey. We're both Turkish, but he lives here. I live in New York, so we met in Turkey on Bumble.
On Bumble in Turkey, wow, that's cool.
Turkish Bumble.
Is it called Bumble in Turkey?
Is it what?
Is it called Bumble in Turkey?
Bumble, yes.
So you're on Bumble. So you're in Turkey swiping. You're thinking, oh, I might just have some fun on vacation, but then something else happened.
Kind of, yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
So you hung out.
I found a guy who's just as Turkish and just as American as me.
Oh, that's
so it really worked out. Yeah.
Does it feel cool is this the first person you've dated in your life who connects with your Turkish roots, or has that similarly?
Kind of, yeah.
Is that cool experience?
Yeah, it is a cool experience, yeah.
What'd you guys do in Turkey
together? We can
together?
make puns in Turkish and in English.
That's true.
Double the number of puns. I love it.
What'd you guys do in Turkey together when you first met?
What did we do? We ate a lot of vegan food. I'm vegan.
Okay.
He's not, but now he enjoys vegan food.
Okay.
Or so he tells me.
They have good vegan food in Turkey?
They do, yeah.
Wow.
A lot of the food is naturally just vegan.
Yeah.
We eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of lentils.
How long were you in Turkey? On this trip where you met him?
On this trip, maybe a couple of months.
You stay with family?
Yeah. I have my family there.
What's the really good? What's the big Turkish vegan dish? What's the?
We do a lot of lentil stuff. So lentil balls, with spices and herbs.
Like a falafel kind of.
Actually, falafel's not very Turkish. It's more. It's
no, I know. I'm just saying it looks like
similar.
a falafel.
It kind of looks. Yeah, it's not fried though.
Is halva vegan?
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Halva's really good.
I have halva in my fridge. I went to a Turkish store yesterday.
I love halva.
You went to a Turkish store yesterday?
Yeah, in Santa Barbara.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Where should people go if they visit Turkey?
I mean, they should really take their time in Istanbul.
Okay.
That's the main
Have you been?
cool city.
No, I've been to Constantinople, but not Istanbul.
Okay, I see what you did there.
So you went hundreds of years ago?
Fun fact, Istanbul just means to the city in Greek.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what the Greeks used to call it. And then we took over and we said, okay, we're calling it this, but now it's Turkish. Yeah.
Okay, so they should stay in Istanbul. And where any other places that you recommend?
Cappadocia is super nice. You can take a hot air balloon ride, look at all the cool rock formations.
Okay.
Turkey's definitely worth visiting.
Great.
And are you happy where you are career-wise, or do you have other goals or aspirations?
I like my job. I really do.
Oh, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. No idea who that was.
I like working in podcasts.
No idea.
They knew you.
Well, it was so quick. I don't know. They had tattoos. I don't know who it was.
I'm sorry for encouraging people to honk during your podcast.
No, I like it. No, this is a chaotic environment. We did this also when. Remember when Joe Biden won and there was a party in the streets?
Oh yeah.
We did it during that, and there was a similar kind of energy.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Although L.A. party in the streets isn't the same very much.
Well, it was a Joe Biden party. Come on.
It was a Joe Biden party.
Come on, it's a Joe Biden party.
All right, I'm going to get going.
Okay,
thank you so much. Big supporters over here.
We wish you luck
Thank you.
with your relationship.
Thank you.
Congratulations on finding a young Turkish man.
I know.
Who
He's
lights
so
her heart
lovely.
afire.
He's so lovely.
That's
I'm
great.
so excited
And
about
you want to
this.
get a picture? You want to give her your phone?
I do.
First,
I
let me
want
pay you
a
$1 and a sticker.
Oh, wow, a whole $1. This will go to my sneaker
I just want to say, by the way,
Thank you.
we really believe in paying people fair wages. That's why we pay all our guests $1. We've done it for 4 or 5 years.
That's fair.
Every single
For my
guest,
amount of
$1.
contribution.
You guys want to jump in? Come on in. Okay. She's heading out.
Love it,
All right, here,
love it.
see you later, Zainab.
It's all
So
yours,
go-
it's all yours. Thank you,
come
guys.
say hi. Come say hi for 5 minutes.
I
5
learned
minutes.
much more from this than from the first half of the daily. So.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
And then,
See ya.
Adam, I have a question for you.
Oh, headphones.
Do you have a favorite thing or thing you've written that you're most proud of?
You want to sit down? Yeah, please. Great.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so easy to get caught up in what everyone else needs from you and never take a moment to think about what you need from yourself. You got to prioritize your own well-being. And a way to do that is through talking your problems with a licensed professional, and BetterHelp allows you to do that in a convenient, affordable, and simply easy way. I go to therapy every week. Talking to my therapist is really nice. I leave that space feeling very, very calm and collected and just a little more prepared to handle the week ahead.
You know how you get like a knot in your back and you need to massage it to work it out?
Yes.
Therapy is like an emotional massage.
Right.
You undo all the knots and then you tell the person, no, I don't want to pay extra for that.
Right. That's so awesome. And therapy can turn your knots into yeses. Right? That's a good way to think about it. It takes your mental knots and it turns them into yes.
Yeah, and then you say yes. I understand the comparison and metaphor very clearly, and I see no issues with it.
I think it's good. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Find more balance
With BetterHelp.
Visit BetterHelp.com/outside
Outside.
today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/outside. BetterHelp is a great way to incorporate therapy into your life. Give it a shot, and it might just help you with your self.
Hi, I'm Tessa.
Hi, Tessa. And who's this?
This is Langston, Professor Langston
Professor
Hughes.
Langston.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's so cute.
Okay,
Are you here
strike?
for the strike or randomly?
I'm here for the strike.
Are you a
Yeah.
writer or just supporting?
SAG.
SAG. Okay, me too.
Hell
Me too.
yeah! Thank you so much for
Yeah.
your solidarity. I'll give you a fist
And
bump.
my husband is a
Oh.
WGA.
Oh, your husband.
So the food
Oh,
is
right.
the food is fed.
Has your
Hell
husband
yeah.
been striking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Does this make you really proud to be in a union, the situation here today?
Absolutely. I've been in SAG since 1990.
Really?
Yeah, I was
You're
a
a child
actor, so
Whoa.
I learned right away how important it was, because if they do anything, they protect the children actors.
So did the people around you in your life back then teach you all about unions and what it meant and everything?
Not really. I didn't understand really the larger historical way that everything in my education and healthcare and everything
Right.
was affected by unions. And honestly, there were even there were even some experiences of people kind of speaking poorly about unions. You know, I had some folks who didn't get it and didn't have unions in their lives, and so they just saw it as a complicated, burdensome thing.
Has there been a coordinated smear campaign against unions for a long time in this country?
Oh, what do you know? There has been.
I'm sure there has been,
Wow.
right? No, tell me, who started that?
I
The
mean,
government, or-
well, since the foundation of unions,
People have been anti.
Yeah, the capitalists have tried to crush them. They used to send in, the United States Army to shoot union demonstrators.
Whoa.
That's the late 19th century.
Yeah.
Then in the early 20th century was the Pinkertons. Those were private armies. Until finally, the unions got enough political power to get labor laws put in place that protected them.
Right.
And then since then, the corporations have just tried to undermine them, and spread lies about them and stuff like that. It's a whole industry, the anti-union industry.
Wow.
And, it's paid for by companies that would rather not have to pay workers, what they need.
And is the anti-labor industry probably not unionized, right?
It's probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying. They need to get a.
And those workers could use a union, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of one of the cool things about a union is that I entered into the union because I had to because of work as a child, and I received the privileges and the protections of the unions way before I understood the value of it.
Right.
I was ushered in before I knew what the benefit was, and then I got all the protections as a child, and then now I get the protections as an adult with healthcare and all of those things.
Did you have a positive experience overall as a child actor?
Yeah, I had a really positive
Really?
experience.
Oh.
I think it helps when you don't get famous.
Oh, yeah?
I just,
So there's a level where it's good to be a child actor.
I think absolutely. I got
Yeah.
a lot of experiences outside of the school
Wow.
experience to meet people.
Do you know other child actors who did become famous?
Like not personally.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
it's not like I came up with Natalie Portman.
Did you want to get into acting, or did your parents push you into it?
Oh, I definitely.
It was
I
all
was
you?
already in acting, and
Really?
then I just happened to get lucky enough to have like a commercial agent come into the acting
Okay.
school, and I was so
That's
eager,
cool.
and I was doing like 8 shows a week. I mean, 8
Whoa.
shows a month, and like really doing
TV shows?
crazy things. Oh no, like I was.
Oh, you
doing
were live
theater,
performance,
and, I was
and
doing live
then you started doing
performance,
commercials.
and then I was
That's
doing-
awesome.
Yeah,
I
loved
asked this
it.
to Adam, but he has yet to answer. But I'll ask you.
Yeah.
Have you done or been in anything acting-wise that you're most proud of? Or
When I was a child, I
Mhm.
did a Deaf Access theater company for 4 years. So that was like acting wise, some of the things.
Deaf
that I was-
Access?
Yeah, Deaf Access.
So did you sign?
The cast, with the cast was deaf, CODA, Kids of Adult
Yeah,
Adults.
yeah. Are you
And
Coda?
hearing, no.
Okay.
But my friends were,
Got
and
it.
my acting school is super integrated with a lot of like accessibility, both in the staff and teachers, and also within the students. So we had like really integrated audiences, and it really showed me like the importance of creating spaces that were accessible, both like professionally, like my teachers, my directors. I had like a deaf choreographer,
Wow.
and that was all about like the access that was provided from the theater
Cool.
company. Yeah.
I just want to say,
That's so cool.
We on this
Yeah.
podcast are really against accessible spaces.
Right. Yeah.
I just have to say that.
Yeah.
We-
Unions in general.
Yeah, we're against
So,
everything that's happening
yeah,
here today. It's
Yeah.
not our thing.
Totally.
Who's your doggy?
This Langston,
You said already.
Professor Langston Hughes.
You had a long
My
day
brain was
striking,
fried.
man.
I forgot you already said it, Langston.
So does this
Hughes.
feel
As
like
I said it?
Has this been like the craziest week of your life?
It has been. Yeah,
Right? Like I've seen you everywhere, all over.
I've been chanting for hours, for days.
When you get home,
know.
what do you do when you get home to relax after
I
a day
just
like this?
lie prone on the couch.
Yeah, right.
And then go through all the social media I got to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like
It's
this
a job.
is a full time job, and none of
Yeah.
us are paid
But,
for this.
I follow you, and my husband follows you. My husband has worked for you.
Oh,
Jonathan Braylock.
oh,
Yeah.
You like
of
that?
course.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we follow you to help us stay like informed about LA in general. Like
Yeah.
you've helped us like understand the voting in LA. We've gotten connected to Selah because of you.
Yeah.
you organize us as to where to set up today and where to be. Like he's like in charge of everything.
It's true.
Yeah.
He was like, "There's some grass over there. it's past the main thing."
But I think it's really cool. It's like Adam, and there's a few other like really amazing writers and creators who are really successful at taking information and making it accessible to lots of different people. And I think that's one of the really exciting things about writers that they do, is that they take a ton of really complicated information and make it accessible and entertaining and get you motivated and engaged. And so, Adam's been in this game for a long time,
Yeah.
but I feel like, and so ready for this moment. And but I think there's a lot of writers that are doing some really cool stuff. A lot of people who are writing about it,
And podcasters.
yeah, and podcast. Yeah, exactly, and podcasters.
And honestly, is her husband a good writer?
He's incredible.
Okay,
right?
just want to check. I just want to.
He wrote so many good jokes for the G Word on Netflix.
Oh, I love it.
For which he
I
has
plugged
not
that earlier.
paid sufficient residuals.
No, that's his second show on Netflix, which he is not.
That's
paid.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I work in commercials, and we have a better contract.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
he's the one who's making television shows, but I'm the one
Right.
who's making the bacon.
Bringing in money for
because
the
Netflix,
dog's food.
Yeah, exactly. Because Netflix is not helping us at all.
Damn. This is great. We're getting the real scoop here. I
Oh,
like
you
this.
are.
Yeah.
You are.
And now, Adam, have you had time to think about my question?
Yes. What I'm most proud of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did a piece for Adam Ruins Everything years ago now. It's about redlining. It was about the history of racist redlining in the suburbs. And it came out in like 2017 or 18. And when it came out, it's become a much better known phenomenon than it was back then. It wasn't something that people were talking about on TV at the time.
Right.
But so many people saw it. People use it in their classrooms, which I'm really
Nice,
proud of.
nice.
Nicole Hannah-Jones was in it
Ooh, wow.
before she before the 1619 project.
Yeah, when she was working with just like the school
Yeah, she
education
was,
stuff.
Exactly. She was on the show. Ta-Nehisi Coates retweeted it once. I was like, oh my god. But the more important part to me is that like people use it in the classroom
That's cool.
to explain it, and it's just like a clear,
That's
you know,
amazing.
like 5-minute explanation of this like phenomenon that like completely shaped the town I grew up in
Sure,
without
sure.
me
Yeah.
realizing it, you know.
Absolutely.
Right.
And so I'm just that's what I'm endlessly proud of.
Cool.
Yeah. That we got to do that on cable television, you know, and they still rerun it today. I'm like,
Wow.
that means a lot to me.
Yeah, especially because you're getting residuals, right?
Oh, the residuals are so good.
Yeah.
On cable, I mean, it can pay your rent.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
great.
Right.
Is there stuff that you tried to put on Adam Rivers Everything that the network was like, that's too far or that's too radical?
There's only one time, and
Was
we
it
ended up talking about this on the show.
was
But,
it the Oscars thing or something?
No,
or
the Oscars thing we did. We did a
Okay.
thing about award shows being scams, then bribes.
What was it?
We wanted to do something about the NCAA and them not paying athletes. And
Oh,
how
the college
that's-
athletes, right?
College
Right,
athletes,
right.
and it's horrible. It makes no sense
Because their contracts are that they specifically can't make money, right? Like their college contracts
yes,
or something?
Yes, they're not allowed to make money.
Crazy.
They've opened the door a little bit to sponsorships, but the athlete. When you watch a March Madness game,
Yes.
it's one of the most watched things in America.
Right.
The companies are making billions. The camera's on. Literally everybody on that screen is being paid,
Yes.
except for the players and the
Crazy.
audience.
Crazy.
Players are the only people who don't make any money.
And I think the audience should be making
Yeah,
a lot of money
audience should be
too,
paid
honestly.
too.
Exactly to
Honestly.
watch that shit.
Yeah.
Choreography.
Yeah. They're doing the wave.
The outfits.
Yeah. That's crazy. And what is their argument for them not being paid?
There isn't one. There
They're
isn't
just
one.
like,
So the guy who came up with it, I'm blanking on his name, but the guy who founded the NCAA later went on to personally compare the system to plantation slavery. I
Right.
didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not making the
Wow.
comparison.
Wow. Sure.
The guy who
The guy
came
who
up with it
right,
did.
right.
Wow.
He like after he retired, he was like, "Oh, that was bad." You know, they say it's for amateurism or whatever. There's no justification for it.
Right.
It brings in billions of dollars, not just for the universities, which are genuinely usually nonprofits, but for television networks.
Right.
You know, for like these people are fucking basically wearing Pepsi logos on their
Right.
uniforms,
Right.
and they're not being paid. It's revolting. So anyway,
Especially if you're an athlete who doesn't become a professional player and
Yeah,
you're at
which-
your peak and you're not getting paid for it.
which
That's
almost
fucked up.
none of them do.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
Langston
thank
loves
you.
it.
Did you just poke his eye? She looks like she intentionally
Great.
poked his
Oh.
eye.
Great.
Thanks,
That
it
was
says, is that okay?
non-consensual, and that was great. He handled that well.
That's a
You
cool
did a good
phrase.
job.
That's a cool phrase.
You go tell an adult if that happens to you, and that's what
You
he
know,
did.
the other day I was in a park and I heard someone else ask another dog owner, "Do you mind if I rub your dog?" And I had never heard the word rub before. In terms
Rub
of,
does make it awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just greet or pet.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was going to say we tried to do that.
Right.
We said to the network, all right, we're going to do this episode about college, and one of the segments is going to be
Sure.
the NCAA. And they were like, hey Adam, do you know what we broadcast here on True TV every March?
Oh my God, March Madness.
Do you know what the only time that our network goes in the black all year long?
Wow.
You know why it
Yeah.
happens? Is because of March Madness. And I said, well, fuck you. I'm going to do it unless the president of the network calls me on the phone
Whoa.
and tells me I can't do it.
Whoa.
And he called me on the phone.
What?
And he said, you can do it. I'm not going to air it.
Whoa.
And I said, okay, checkmate. That's about as far as I can push it.
Wow.
But then to their credit, a year later, we did a segment about them refusing to let us do
Oh.
it. And we did that in our final episode we ever broadcast.
And they aired
We
that?
told that story. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
They did air it. Yeah.
That's cool.
I figure if you're not picking the biggest fight that you can,
Yeah.
get out
Right.
of the business. Like that's what it's about for me. Is if there's something that says that it can't be done, that's what I want to do.
When did you become so politically active? I don't know if that's politics, but I've known you a long time,
Yeah.
probably 13 years as a
Yeah.
comedian,
Yeah.
and I feel like you've always had a strong opinion about
Yeah.
these things. And what as a kid, were you interested in stuff like this?
Not about politics specifically. It's more that like
Or fairness or something?
Yeah, I mean, we started doing these issues on Adam Ruins Everything about stuff that made me mad, and then we would say, okay, here's the problem, and then here's the solution. And we would look up what the solution was,
And it wasn't being implemented.
Yeah, it wasn't being implemented. I was like, well, okay, we need to start fucking doing that. So I got involved in local politics in LA because I did a segment about how to solve homelessness. It's by giving people homes before you do anything else. You know, it's about the home. It's called housing first. They need the home first. And then I started looking around LA going, why aren't we doing that?
Right.
And I started talking to people who wanted to run for office who were like, I will put that in place.
And helping them.
And same thing with I mean, here in the unions, because I saw the benefits for myself and for the people I worked with. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Just like Tessa did.
Yeah. Wow, Tessa, great.
It's a great education. Is that they've already set the system up. There's a planned way for you to enter the system, and then you receive the benefits of it, and then you get to start learning more about it, and then becoming more and more involved.
Is this water for Langston?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, how does it work? It like fills in from the
so
bottom.
smart. If you hold my microphone for a second,
I saw it on Shark Tank.
and then you twist it. Here, hold this microphone.
Oh, hold this, yeah.
And then
You close it.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Oh, I got a little water. There you go.
Wow,
And
from
Langston-
Shark Tank to Podcast But Outside.
It's all happening.
Wow.
And for that reason, I'm out. That's what they say on Shark Tank.
Yes. Yeah, for that reason, I'm out. I love Shark Tank. How'd you meet your husband?
At Hallie Haas's birthday
Wait,
party.
let him
Brooklyn.
ask.
How'd you meet your husband?
Oh, great question.
Thank
you
you.
so much for asking. At Hallie Haas's birthday party in Brooklyn, New York.
Who's Hallie Haas?
Hallie Haas is a hilarious, amazing character and improv comedian in the New York UCB comedy world.
Cool.
She had a birthday party. John Braylock was there.
Oh.
And in like
Did he go up to you, or how'd you guys start talking?
He came up to me,
Really?
and I was not impressed.
Really?
We
Why?
have like two different stories about it that we always tell.
Yeah, what happened?
I believe that he said, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And I was a grown up already, and he thinks like he was like asking about my further ambitions, you know. I was not impressed, but then he like used Facebook Messenger
to stalk you,
to leave like lovely communications and like really lovely communications, like and like mature, and he was just like very like upfront about being interested to hang out with me. And
so were you kind of like, this weirdo from the party is actually kind of interesting?
Yeah,
like
I was like,
Facebook?
this is like a lovely way to court a person, and I really enjoyed it and got to know him through like letters and emails and messages.
Wow. And it all wouldn't happen without Mark Zuckerberg, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in a way...
Actually, I think we probably would have found a different form of messaging. I feel like Mark had nothing to do with it.
Mark's bringing everyone together. The whole thing of Facebook was dating, so...
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he couldn't get a date?
No,
Is that kind of the
he
story?
still can't.
He still can't.
Priscilla will not return his text.
Yeah. He's messaging me every day, too.
Really?
Dude, leave me alone.
Obsessed.
I hate to say, but
you gotta go.
The picket line's over in half an hour. I gotta go march some more.
Okay, we will finish the episode without you, but we want to say thank you, Adam, for spending so much time with us today.
Of course.
And you are an expert at explaining things very simply for people to understand, and complicated topics are made interesting and accessible through your intelligence, and we appreciate the work you're doing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Truly.
Oh my God.
There's $1 and a
$1
sticker.
and a
There's a
sticker.
fair wage.
There's a
That's
fair
great.
wage.
No residuals, sorry.
No residuals.
Well, some great merch.
Get some merch.
What's next? A pizza party in the break room? Thanks a lot, boss.
How can people help?
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. So if you want to materially support the strike, if you live in LA, you can come out and pick up with us anytime. Woo-woo! Thank you. Or if you live somewhere else, you can go to entertainmentcommunityfund.org.
Okay.
You click donate, and then scroll down. There's a drop-down menu. You can select film and TV. If you donate to that fund, that money goes to support crew members, actors, PAs, other people who are affected by the strike. Who can, they can apply for grants or help with health insurance, things like that.
All right,
and if you want to do bartering, you can offer babysitting or dog sitting or different things for the picketers who are out
there. There you go.
I like
to help
that.
out.
All right, so follow Adam on all the stuff and check out his podcast Factually, and thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, take care.
Good to see you, Tessa.
Yeah, good to see you.
Be safe out there. Have fun.
I'm standing by you so you guys aren't abandoned.
Well, she's going to come
Oh,
join.
she's coming? Okay, great.
No, come sit over here, but you can leave whenever you want.
I'm going to go do some picketing, but I didn't want to leave your table
No,
empty.
we'll pay you $1 and a sticker.
You know what? I definitely want you to donate it to...
Really?
To the...
Can you donate it?
Right.
I don't know how.
Yeah, that's easier for you.
Okay, it's easier
totally
for
understand.
us.
Absolutely. And then you get the moment.
Yeah.
Look.
Are you...
They followed through on their word.
What is your ultimate goal as an actor? What would be your dream thing to do?
Are
you happy where you're at?
Right now it's picketing.
You know, I am really happy where I am. I love doing like stage comedy and sketch and all of that, and then being able to like pay the bills with commercials, which I actually really love.
Cool.
But yeah, I'd love to do television more.
Cool.
I'd love to be able to tell some stories about like the mixed race story and and having that more represented and have the spaces where the world and community looks a lot more like the world I grew up in, which is a lot more disabilities on there and a lot of different things that are not really seen on shows.
Right. Yeah.
Would you do a commercial for like AR-15s?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Have you ever said no to a commercial audition because you were? Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff,
I've
like
said no to
quite a few.
alcohol and stuff, or what?
No, I do alcohol. I don't have a problem with alcohol.
What is it that you wouldn't do? Be a commercial? What is it?
Oh,
you
you
said
know
no
what?
to?
I don't know if that serves me very well to be able to like say it in like public rather than being able to make personal decisions about it in the moment.
That's
Hold
fair.
your
I'm just
cards close to your
curious.
chest.
Would you do a commercial for? You're not even an actor, but would you do a commercial for AR-15s?
Oh, you don't know that I'm not an actor?
No, I'm saying in this situation, you're not an actor.
No.
No, I wouldn't do a commercial.
Can you say
I would never do a commercial for again in a million years.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I obviously chose the worst thing possible.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. There's a few things.
There's a few things where you're like, I don't want to get in that realm. That's interesting.
I used to be a teacher, an
Right,
educator. That's not my realm.
No, I mean we get emails from our podcast network all the time, like, "Hey, would you do a podcast ad for like this scam?" And we're like, "No."
Yeah, you're like,
or
not
like
so much.
we get like some.
Do you guys get a lot of penis stuff?
No, we
We've
would
done
do that.
one.
We did.
We did one.
we did.
Yeah.
We did an ad for Fleshlight. It was awesome.
And Blue Chew.
And Blue Chew. But
What's
no,
Blue Chew?
It's
You
like
can advertise it now.
It's like
It's an enhancement
thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Do you know this from personal experience?
Yeah, we're taking that
Yeah.
stuff constantly, and we are rock.
Still
We are
soft.
the opposite of rock
soft as
hard.
hell.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
We are water soft.
Yeah. Can you say your favorite commercial you've ever done?
Yeah, I did H&R Block campaign for quite a few years.
That's fun.
And I love the writing. I love the comedy
Yeah,
of it. I love.
Cool.
Do you ever get recognized
everything.
from commercials?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a
Hell
really
yeah.
sweet thing to be in people's living rooms because then they develop a relationship with you
Right.
because they see regularly. You know, like we
Yeah.
all kind of love Jake from State Farm.
Right.
You know, because you like see him, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
well, you're my buddy.
Yeah.
I get really positive interactions that
great.
are lovely.
As the H&R Block girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's really
Well, thanks for
sweet.
spending some time with us. We love you spending some time and being,
Yeah, thank you
being
so
generous
much.
with your time. And
Yeah,
it was
of
awesome to
course.
talk to you.
Yeah.
Block
Nice
on.
to talk to you guys.
Yeah, good luck to you and your husband on the strike.
Thanks, we need
Okay,
it.
yeah. See you later. You can just set that down and,
Yeah, set
and,
that right
and
there.
goodbye to Langston as well.
Goodbye, Langston.
Goodbye,
Oh my
Langston.
God, his name is Langston?
Yeah, he's adorable.
Langston Hughes.
Speaking of names, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Elena.
Are you an
Elena.
actor?
I am.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ, I fucked up.
Listen, but it's okay. I'm not like a legit actor yet.
Oh, you want to be an actor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a fucking wannabe. What are you here for? The strike or just hanging? Or walking by?
I mean, I love unions, and
Really?
I currently work a job where I get off at 2:30. So I was like, I want to go support
Look
them.
at this, beautiful. Love. They're in love. Look at them.
Aww.
Two people in love on a bird.
Love on
It's
a
like
bird.
Titanic on wheels.
Do you have anyone to ride a bird with romantically down the street? Oh, I hope you get there really soon. Or
I
do you not want
too.
that? You want someone to ride a bird with?
I mean, maybe not a bird,
Okay,
but
like a lion.
A lion.
A lion.
Yeah.
A spin.
A spin.
specifically a lion.
An Uber Scoot or whatever. A Lyft Scoot. Okay, wait. What's your what type of work do you do that gets you off at 2:30?
I work in clinical trials remotely for a company in Boston.
Blue Chew?
So
What sort of stuff are you clinically trying?
I work on atrial fibrillation trials.
What does that
Like
mean?
cardiology, your heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are
very
people
cool.
dying taking the stuff?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking. You're like, let's see how many people will call us back after a week of taking this crazy stuff we made.
No, and thankfully I don't actually have to deal with patients, so that's
Oh.
nice. I do reports and then I call sites and I'm like, enter your data, please. Goodbye.
So do their doctors tell them to sign up for this trial, essentially? Is that how they get involved?
Kind of. So we have doctors working for our company, and basically we help write the protocols, which is like the sort of basically the contract of what is expected to happen during a trial. And then we identify sites around the world, and we're like, we think these people would be good fits based on previous experience, and then they go through their entire list of patients, and they're like, A, B, C, and D fit the expectation for this trial, so we should approach them and ask if they want to participate. Sometimes they don't, but if they if they fit, then they approach, and I don't have to do anything with that.
So, but you would be willing to give up all of that for acting?
Absolutely.
What's your dream role?
I was a big H2O girl, so I would love to be a mermaid.
Wait,
Okay.
what's H2O?
Like a little one, or?
Oh, H2O is a mermaid, an Australian mermaid
I've
TV
never
show.
heard of it.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
I think it's on Netflix right now. You should
Really?
definitely watch it. It is
All right.
like peak 2000s
Oh, really?
like fantasy, I think.
Hmm.
But I distinctly remember they had like a
Hello. How are you?
they had like a little behind the scenes. I think it was premiering on Nickelodeon when it was like in the US. And like they had like a behind the scenes on how they built the prosthetics for the tails, and that was just the coolest thing to me. I was like, I want to wear that.
Ah.
So you want to bring that shit back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you excited for the regular mermaid movie? The Little Mermaid?
The little one.
The regular
Not the regular, the little one. She's little,
Walmart
dude.
brand Little Mermaid is
Yeah,
the regular
yeah.
mermaid.
She's
Yeah.
little.
I'm very excited.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is she little? Why do they call her little?
Why is she little? She's not even little. She's fucking huge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So you're not in
The
a
big
relationship.
mermaid.
You want to be an actress.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Go, Cole. Ask her.
Well, I
Ask
was
her.
just thinking.
Just ask her.
Ask her what?
This thing you're gonna ask.
All right. Do you
Just
are
fucking
you
ask.
are you regularly auditioning?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Does that how do you work? How do you balance that with work currently?
I mean, I just do everything in the afternoons.
Oh, okay.
Because like right now, like I don't have an agent or anything. I'm very green.
You're new.
Oh,
Did you
got
just
it.
move here?
2 years ago.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
From
yeah,
where?
So
From
from
where?
Boston.
Boston. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were just in Boston.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see your Salem episode. My
Oh,
friend-
you've seen our show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I go to your hairdresser, Faye.
Faye.
Yeah.
Faye Celeste.
Faye's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
She's
I found her
an
through Pam.
absolute magic. She's the
Yeah.
first person I met in LA.
Whoa.
Really? How'd you
Wait.
meet her?
I went to an Austin Weber show at El Cid, and
Ah.
she was there with her mom, and they looked like the least scary people to talk to. So
Yeah.
shout out to Faye.
I saw her
love
and her mom at a PDUSA concert. Who's
doing our podcast tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Or-
Wait, how do you know?
Funny.
How do you know that I get my haircut by Faye?
Because she posts people on her story.
Oh right, okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, dude. You're
I was like,
fucking
oh my
out
God,
there
nice.
in
Oh,
the
right,
public,
yeah,
man.
I'm out
You're
there,
fucking
yeah.
out
I got
there.
doxxed.
You got doxxed, brother. You got doxxed. Okay.
Hardly.
Do you like living on the West Coast versus the East Coast?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah?
yeah. Because I live right here in Hollywood, and I don't have a car or anything, but I am able to walk to like different hiking spots or like just walking spots within 30 minutes, and it's just so freeing. It's so beautiful out here, and I love not having to deal with the snow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
We all love that.
Wow. Does your family live in Boston?
Yeah, all of my family is on the East Coast.
Okay. Are they supportive of you pursuing your acting dream?
I don't think they really care.
Oh.
Do they care about you at all?
I mean, they do,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
Just
I'm the
checking.
oldest of 5. There's too many other people to worry about. You know?
Really?
I'm like, whatever.
You're the oldest, huh?
The oldest
Yeah.
of 5.
Were you kind of like, who the fuck are these people coming up and ruining my
Basically,
childhood?
Yeah.
Interesting. What's the youngest? How many years younger than you?
The youngest, I'm 26. The youngest is 18, so about.
Oh, they're all almost out of the
7, 8
house, huh?
years.
What are your parents
I
going to do?
mean, Well, my parents
Oh.
are divorced. My mom is already losing
Your
her
parents are
mind.
divorced?
Yeah.
All right, no,
What'd
we
you-
don't do that.
what'd
We
you
don't talk
do?
to people from broken homes. I muted her mic.
Yeah,
We
good.
really
Get the
are
fuck
like a
outta here.
family-focused show. And if your parents are not
Ben!
going to... Hey, oh, that was Ben.
It's Ben. Come
Ben Kahn, past guest
Ben
to the
Kahn,
show.
Trillionaire mindset host.
Where is he going? He better come back, huh? His parents are married, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Wait, no, his dad's dead.
But his mom is still staying loyal?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. At least
least-
each time I've tried, she said no.
She said
so
no.
I'm assuming that's because of his dead dad.
Okay, how about this? I'll turn your mic up, but you have to promise that you're going to try and get your parents back together.
I'm not going to promise that.
Come on, no, but you'll at least think about trying.
They've been divorced for 16
I know.
years.
What better time for them to get back together? Come on, the Parent Trap.
They're not a good match.
I know, but they just haven't tried a second time.
When did they realize they weren't a good match? After you were born?
No, after the other 4 were
Probably.
born. No, it was
Oh,
the other
okay.
4.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I don't want to know their relationship
Right.
drama.
Fair.
I was
Fair.
just there, and I just saw what I saw, and I was like,
So you were
yikes.
like 6 or 7 when they got divorced.
I was 10.
Or you were 10. So
Yeah.
was that rough on you? Because my parents got
Probably.
divorced, but I was like 1. I have no memory of it.
I mean, as the oldest, I think so.
Were your siblings looking to you like, what do we do here, kind of?
Kind of.
Interesting.
But
And you were like, I don't know. There's no roadmap for this.
Truly, I've blacked out a lot of my childhood. I have
Really?
no idea. I
Damn.
remember like vague bits and pieces. And I'm like, oh shit, that was fucked up. Okay.
Damn.
Hmm.
Huh.
But it's all right. I don't want to bring this too down.
No.
No,
It's
no,
all
no.
good.
We were having a good
I feel
vibe.
great about it.
Yeah, I love this.
I'm so glad that you do.
no, we're
I'm glad
good.
somebody does.
No, yeah, we're good. I wonder if Ben's coming back.
Yeah, it doesn't look
He
like
better.
Well, he might.
He could just take a loop-de-loop.
it. Yeah. Do you know Ben?
No.
Okay, that's okay.
I know
I won't tell him.
like 4 people.
Okay. Who are your friends? Who are your friends here in LA? Name them.
Oh, Adrian,
Okay.
Faye,
Got it.
Brooke,
Okay.
Jenna.
Cool.
I made a new friend yesterday,
Yeah.
Yuji.
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 Where'd you meet Yuji?
Jenna's birthday.
Mm.
Yeah. And then we went to Wee Spa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You see each other naked?
Yes.
You saw Yuji naked?
Yes.
Second day meeting him? Second time seeing him?
Yes.
Her?
She's a she. Yeah.
Yuji. Yeah, okay.
Yuji. Yeah.
I thought Eugene.
But if you're at the Wii Spa, you're not seeing opposite sex
Yeah.
people naked.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever been?
I've been
No.
many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you?
I've never been, no.
I think you should go. It's very liberating.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
stopped going during the pandemic, obviously, and I just
Yeah.
never reincorporated it back in my life. But I definitely like that.
I definitely think it's better to do it with a group of people who
Yeah.
you trust. and
Hey, how's
like-
it going? How are you?
Hey.
You guys want to say hi? Okay, we're going to give you $1 and a sticker, and we're going to say thank you for sitting
Yeah,
down.
no worries.
Can we
Yeah,
talk to
yeah.
both of you
Thank
just
you.
to be the final guests?
Sure.
We just love to talk to
Hell
this.
yeah.
You father, son?
Father, son.
Okay, here's $1 and a sticker. Thank you so much for
Where's
saying
the
that.
Yeah, wait,
Holy
Red
Spirit?
Sox?
Yeah.
Slay.
We appreciate it. Thanks for saying hi. We appreciate you. Yeah,
Us.
come have a seat. Why don't you take this one so that he's not close to the
He's not
street.
in traffic?
He's not in traffic. You won't be in traffic either. I promise. We'll keep you safe. I see your name is Tim.
My name is Tim.
Tim, and what's your name?
My name's Clive.
Clive. So this is your son?
This is my son. He is 10 years old.
Awesome.
Oh.
Are you a writer?
I am a writer.
Cool. We appreciate you being here. Doing the strike. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And what do you think of your dad being involved in this collective action here?
It's cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
Have you seen any of the stuff he's written?
Yeah, he's written some shows and short films, and I've watched all of them, and I've really liked them.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Do you have a-
That's
do you have
very
a-
nice
Do you
to
have a
hear.
favorite? Do you have a favorite one?
I like his show named Maggie. It's on Hulu.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, great plug, Clive.
All
Thank you,
right.
bud.
Maggie's on Hulu. All right,
All
we'll
right.
check that out.
Yeah,
How long have you been a writer, Tim?
I have been a writer for the last about 15 years, 16
Oh.
years.
And do you think it has changed a lot to the degree that you're not being fairly paid and this is needed? This whole situation is really needed right now?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I find that it's getting harder and harder to make a living wage and
Yeah.
provide for
Of course.
my son and daughter.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot harder for some other people in the
Yeah,
industry
yeah,
too.
yeah,
and
yeah.
so I am happy to be out here every day and doing my job by
Did you
walking
start
up and down the
Did
street.
you start right during the last strike around that time?
At that time, I was an actor.
Okay.
And writing stuff to try to get in the guild and also try to sell stuff.
Sure,
and
sure.
the first show I sold was right after that last strike and have just been sort of plugging along since.
Okay,
But
cool.
this is the first time I've been part of a WGA strike.
Cool. So you started when you were getting the benefits of the last strike. And
Yes.
then over time those benefits aren't enough. Now you need to do
And
another
they're not
strike. It's just
enough.
like a
It
little, you
feels
need a
like,
boost
yeah.
of equity.
As the world is changing, you know,
Yes,
these
yes.
contracts have to change with it and
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
up with the people.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Huh. What are you interested in? Is there anything you really think you might see yourself doing in your future as an adult?
I like writing, but I love to play sports.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
I want to be a American football player.
American
Oh,
football
American,
player.
yeah.
Are you playing right now with friends and stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Do you
a
play?
lot.
Really? That's kind of cool. Does he have games and stuff?
He does. Right now, he's in soccer season.
Okay.
And he's in baseball season, and football season will come up in the
So you
fall.
do it all.
He is a multi-sport athlete.
Wow. Were you a sporty kid?
I was a sporty kid.
Okay, cool.
I started as a sports journalist.
Oh,
and
really?
Fumbled into acting, then fumbled into writing, and
Oh.
here we are sitting on the side of the road doing a podcast.
That's great, and this might be your future.
Do you think you'll ever end up in the entertainment industry like your dad?
I mean, I see it's very cool. I could probably see myself up there.
Cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
I love that. And you have a sister as well? Is she older or younger?
Yeah, she's a younger sister.
She's a younger sister. Do you guys like spending time together?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Let's say yes for the podcast. Say yes, say yes, say yes.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's great. And is your wife in the industry as well?
She is not.
Okay.
No.
Or your husband? Sorry, I don't know.
She is not in the industry,
Okay.
but she is supporting all of us and cheering us all on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So, what do you think? Do you know Adam Conover?
I know who he is.
He was on for the first 45 minutes of this,
Okay.
and then you're at the end of it. We talked to him a lot about all these things. What do you think realistically, how is this going to end? Do you have any idea, or how long?
God.
Do you like? What do you
I would
guys
ask you what he said?
Yeah,
and then
I
just
forgot
listen to
to-
whatever he said.
I forgot to ask him that question, to be honest. But where do you think this is headed? I'm just so curious.
Oh goodness, I wish I knew.
You don't know. How long did the last strike? How long was the last strike? Months, right?
100 days.
100 days?
Yeah.
Quite a long time.
Yeah, someone was asking me, there's a coffee shop by where we live, and I went in for coffee this morning, and they saw my Writers Guild shirt on that I had on earlier, and they were like 50% off for all writers during the strike.
Nice.
I was like,
get
oh,
me a
that's
shirt.
amazing. Go to Bloom Coffee
Okay.
on Cahuenga and Melrose. I'll plug
Great.
that here. But they were like, how long do you think the strike's going to last? And I was like, I don't know. The
Who
last one
knows?
was 100 days. They were like, oh, maybe we're not going to give it up for the whole time. They're like, 100 days and 50% off coffee and sweets?
You go in next week, it's 25% off the next week, and then pretty soon it's going to be
It's
like,
just
it's more
closed
expensive.
down.
No, it's more expensive for writers. Pretty soon they could be like, writers pay double. We're
Yeah.
sick of your shit.
Yeah.
100 days is a long time.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
long
that's quite a
time.
while to hunker down. Huh?
Do you currently know any scabs?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. You think I would call them out if I did on your
Yeah,
podcast? You
yeah,
want that.
I want that,
I
yeah.
feel like I know which kind of podcast this is
So
now.
people-
It's a hard-hitting detective podcast.
But some shows are still shooting, and people are mad at the showrunners, right? And the showrunners are kind of like, I'm not going to be writing, y'all. And everyone's like, come on, we know how TV is made, right?
Yeah, after making a season of TV, I would think it would be hard to be a showrunner in this
right, not
industry
change
right
things.
now and not change things. And
Right.
it's just like the way it works when you see it on its feet.
Of course.
You start to realize what's going right and what's going wrong.
Yeah.
Tweaks are made. You can't tweak it right now. So
Right.
it's a tricky situation to be in.
Yeah.
I don't envy any of them, but
And they're probably getting like really intense messaging on both sides, right? Like the
I would
people,
imagine
the people
so.
they've sold these shows to and who are paying for them or whatever are like, you got to make the show, and then all their peers are like, you can't do that. I'm sure it's a weird position.
I think it's
to
a
be
weird
in.
position to be in. I'm
Right.
happy to not be in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
position
you're-
as much as I want to be
you're
doing
on
that
this-
right now.
Were you working on a job that you had to stop
I
last
was
week?
prepping a movie.
Wow.
And it is currently on hold.
A movie that you wrote?
Yeah.
Cool, that's exciting.
That I would direct, but there's no way to direct
Oh my
without.
God, of course, yeah.
Oh, are you allowed to
rewriting
talk
something.
about what
I
kind of
can't
movie it
talk about it right
Okay.
now.
Is it?
Yeah,
Would this
yeah.
be your first feature film?
This would be my first feature.
Oh.
Yeah.
As a director and writer?
Yeah.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
exciting. How long has the process been that you've been working on this particular thing?
This movie has taken 8 years.
Wow.
So it has been a long journey to get to here, and I just treated it as like another
Yeah.
hiccup on that long road to getting it made.
Right, but did you sell it already?
I sold it already.
Okay.
Is it
So at
2001:
least
A
you did
Space Odyssey?
that.
Is it 2001: A Space Odyssey 2?
Yes.
Okay,
How
that's
did you know?
that sounds
Yeah, let's
really
talk
good.
about it.
Yeah,
Fine. You
okay.
guys guessed it. Let's talk about
We
it.
guessed
it. You guys got it right.
We got it right.
Do you mainly write in comedy or drama, or?
I'm mainly writing comedy.
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
or at least it's supposed to be funny.
Supposed to be, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the show on Hulu again? Maggie?
Maggie.
Okay, and you created that show?
It was based off of a short film that I made.
Wow. Awesome.
And then we sold it to ABC and it moved over to Hulu.
How many seasons?
It is one season right
Cool.
now. It's 13 episodes.
Okay, cool.
Check it out.
What's it about?
It is about a psychic who can see everybody's future but her own.
Ooh. Okay.
It's sort of like a romantic comedy.
All right, we'll check it
And,
out. When did it come out?
Came out last July.
Awesome. All right, we'll check
Yeah,
out Maggie.
check
on
it
Hulu.
out.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Check it out and go to Bloom Coffee.
Okay, we will definitely do that.
Yeah, and then follow his sports career.
Oh yeah,
Good.
so you think if you could be a professional athlete in any of the stuff that you're doing right now, American football would be what you want? Why do you like football more than the other ones?
I mean, I feel like I excel in it more than other sports,
Okay.
and I find it more fun to play than.
What position do you play?
I usually play wide receiver.
Okay, so you okay, interesting. Do you ever get like, is this tackle football at that age?
It's not tackle
Okay.
yet.
Middle school.
Are you nervous about tackling though?
No.
No? Are you nervous about
I'm
tackling?
nervous. I think if we pick up this podcast in a couple years, he's a grounded, he's a soccer player, he's a baseball player, and he's not getting tackled.
Do you like the Minnesota Vikings?
No.
Okay.
He had to check if he was wearing it.
By the way,
I'm from
go
Florida.
Red Sox.
Okay. Do you like the Minnesota Vikings?
I don't. I like the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah.
We interviewed all the Vikings. They brought us
okay.
to a game like last year. So that's
Oh,
that's
you
our,
like
that's
car.
cool.
that's our only. Oh, look at that car right there.
Oh, tell her to honk.
Hey, can you honk for us? Hi.
Honk, honk, honk. Honk the horn.
You got a honk. We got one.
Did she honk with her breasts? What
Yeah,
was
she
that?
might have. Yeah.
Okay.
That's our only.
It's a family show.
right. She went like this to honk them.
She did. I think she was setting her drink down.
Yeah,
It
there.
was
okay.
a drink situation.
That was our own. That's our only sports connection is the Vikings.
Okay.
But they were all very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway.
cool. And your sister wants to play football too?
No.
What does she want to do? What does she like?
I have no idea.
You don't need to know. What
She's
are
in
you?
her own world.
She
She's doing
used
her
to
own
be
thing.
want to do gymnastics, but
She wants to be a makeup artist.
Okay.
Oh,
She really
Or
liked
tennis
going to
player.
see how the makeup was done on the show.
What are you, 8.5, 9.5? How old are you?
I'm 10.
10. Okay, I was
Yeah.
close.
My
I'm
birthday's
8
in
and
a
a half.
month.
You're 8.5. You're 8.5.
Yeah.
But this is in a month. What are you going to do?
I have no
Wait, you
idea.
turning 11 or turning 10?
I'm turning 11.
Turning 11.
Yeah, we used to go to Universal Studios for his birthday, but do we have to boycott that now?
That's an interesting
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Think about it.
Super Mario World though. I mean, you gotta
I
take
know,
your
it was-
11-year-old son. You know.
I know.
I
Wow.
want to
We
go
don't
to a
know.
Dodger game.
You wanna go to
Gotta
Dodger
Dodger.
game?
We can do that.
All
We'll
right,
do that.
that's an easy birthday gift
There
right
goes
there.
sports.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap up the episode, and
Thank
we'll
you,
just
guys.
end it with you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, so check out Maggie.
Check out
Yeah.
Maggie
On
on
Hulu.
Hulu.
It's good, trust
It's a
me.
good show.
Trust Clive.
I definitely trust Clive with my life.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you each $1 and a sticker. That's what we are.
Oh, man.
We believe in fair wages.
I love stickers.
There you go. You can have a sticker.
This is a cool sticker.
Yeah. Hey,
Fair
I'm
pay
glad-
on the
I'm
podcast.
glad
Thank you,
like it.
guys.
Thank you. I
Thank
guess we'll
you.
just we'll
Thanks so
wave
much.
away.
Thank you.
That's it. Check out the strike. Do what you got to do. Support the WGA. Support your local union. Get involved. Oh, someone just yelled podcast but outside. Everything's happening.
Go.
Everything's
Let's go.
happening.
Thanks for watching and listening, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wow. Well, that was good. We learned a lot. It was awesome to talk to Tim, father. Did I tell you that I went to the writer's strike again like a few days later?
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was cool. It was cool. I went with some friends. Moshe and Joe Mandy, actually, both past guests of the show.
I think we went like a day before Imagine Dragons showed up.
I know. It's kind of crazy because I
You used to be in that band, right?
yeah, and then
You were like the third guy, but you didn't really play an instrument or
No.
like sing, so they were just like, why are you always a hero on
yeah,
stage?
Yeah, and they were like, we want to be huge, and I was like, I'd prefer us to stay just like us hanging out, not even doing music, and they were like, we should actually play music, and then they got really big.
Yeah. How'd that feel to you?
Good, I love those guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really happy for them.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and now I don't have to hang out with them because they're too busy,
Oh.
which is great
Mm-hmm.
because I'm busy too.
Yeah.
I went to the writer's strike, and then I met this guy, and we were just like talking about, I don't know what we both do. He's a writer, and I was like, I do this podcast, blah, blah, blah. And I mentioned what it was, and he's like, oh my God, my friend Tim just did that. He loved it. So it's kind of cool to get a little third-hand review from Tim the father that he had fun on the show.
You met Tim's friend?
I know, isn't that cool?
Lucky.
I know. It's pretty exciting for me.
Ugh. You
I
always
know.
get to do cool stuff like
Hey,
that.
I know. Hey, don't worry. You once you go back to England, you'll do your stuff.
Yeah.
Do you miss your home country?
Mm-hmm.
What about it?
The whales.
Oh, that's part of the UK. Wales?
Yeah.
That's not England, I don't think. I think it's its own thing.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Where'd you grow up?
That's private.
Okay. Thanks for watching and listening. Tell a friend about the show and support striking if it is good for you to do that.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Strike!
Yeah, good point.
It's a podcast, but it's outside. Have a convo, have a good time. It's a podcast, but it's outside. Have a convo, have a good night.
That's like if I asked you, like, hey, Andrew, if I do your podcast, would you agree not to pull out a gun and shoot me in the face?
No spoilers, Adam.